paid, but once he had their money, and no they wouldn't run away, he took pity on them and served a huge meal of gelatinous chunks of deep-fried pork ribs and a jug of chinchina, which tasted sweet and fruity and was some sort of ancient Indian beer. Matt and Pedro ate in silence. They had no choice, but even so Matt was beginning to feel closer to the other boy, as if the two of them had known each other all their lives and really had no need to talk. A few other travellers come in, but they paid no attention to, to them, and Matt was able to relax and collect his thoughts. One of the travellers at the next table was reading a Spanish newspaper. He turned a page, and at this moment everything changed. Pedro nudged him and pointed. Matt turned and saw a photograph of himself taken by Richard in the middle of York. Matt saw the pale skin, the neat hair, the smiling face, and jolted in his chair. The picture belonged to another time, another world. He could hardly believe it was himself. And then come the fear that had the Peruvian police published the photograph to try and track down him. How hard they get it. He didn't want to draw attention to himself, but he had to know what newspaper said, and how was he meant to do that? It was the same old problem. The article was in Spanish, and Pedro couldn't read, but then the traveller moved his hand, and Matt saw English words, his own name in capital letters. He leant forward, and there it was, a message that was surely from Benixus. There was a telephone number printed below, so someone had finally realised he was missing and had taken steps to find him. Almost for the first time since he arrived in Peru, Matt felt a huge surge of hope. Venixus had reached out to him. He was going to be all right. He was going to be all right. It was going to be all right. He quickly memorized the number before the traveller turned the page. The table had a paper cloth, and he wrote it down in tomato sauce using a toothpick and taught it out as soon as they had finished eating. He hurried into the street. We need to find a telephone, he told Pedro. Sa un teléfono. Pedro was the one who had seen the photograph. He knew what was going on. Just about every hotel and cafe, Cusco had telephone and internet facilities. Matt went into the first one he found, free down some money, and made his debit in English. He wasn't worrying about his safety anymore. He was shown into a creaky wooden booth where he took out the scrap of torn paper and dialed the number. There was a pause, a dialing tone, then Matthew, is that you? It was Fairbairn speaking. He sounded exhausted and excited at the same time, and it occurred to Matt that this was a dedicated telephone line, and he must have been sitting beside the receiver waiting for a call. Mr. Fairbairn, where are you? How are you? Are you all right? Yeah, I'm fine. I can't believe it's you. We all been so worried about you. I nearly went crazy when you and Richard didn't show up in Lima, and the Alberto told me what happened. Is Richard with you? No, he's not. Matt felt a sense of relief just talking to Fairbairn, hearing his voice once again. I'm okay, but I need your help, of course. We've been waiting for you to ring. You don't need to worry about anything now, but you just need to tell me where you are. Tell me where you are and how I can reach you. I'm I'm in Cusco. Cusco. Phoebe was astonished. What are you doing there? It's a long story. Just tell me, and as soon as I put this phone down, I'm on my. Just just tell me, and as soon as I put this phone down, I'm on my way. Half an hour later, Susan Ashworth received a telephone call at her home in Manchester, England. It was Fairbairn phoning from Lima. I've spoken to Matt. He told her you won't believe the things that have been happening to him, but he's alive and he's all right. He's in Cusco. Don't ask me how he got there. It's too long a story, but I've already booked a flight and I'll be there this evening. I'm going to bring him in, and there's wonderful news. Miss Ashwood's something you won't believe. He says he's found a second gatekeeper, another one of the five. The two of them spoke for some time as Fairbairn filled her in on what Matt had told him. Then he rang off and Susan Ashwood called Nate, Nate, Nat, Nathaniel Johnson to pass the news. To pass on the news. Matthew is in Cusco, she said. He saw the advertisement and telephoned Fairbairn. The two women spoke for about 10 minutes, and shortly after that, Diego Salamander received a call at his hacienda near Isia. He barely spoke at all, holding the receiver against his ear. The mouthpiece, of course, come nowhere near his mouth. When he did want when he did want to talk, he had to slide the receiver down his face. Eventually he smiled and hung up. The caller had told him exactly what he wanted to hear. Now he knew where Matt was too. That was that was the story we're reading. I'm reading that book. I'm reading that book. I hope you like it. That book what I'm reading. I hope you like it. Subscribe, hit the bell, share, like, thank you. Click on my end screen on my thumbnail, please. Like, share, subscribe, click on my end screen on my thumbnail, please. Watch my videos from start to finish. Thank you very much.